Hello, fellow film and movie nerds. You're amongst friends. Come forth. This week's episode of The Realist is brought to you by SWA Sabers. Absolutely the best lightsabers on the internet where you're not paying through the nose to George Lucas and Disney. These are top notch. They have an early Black Friday sale going on. You buy one, you get dose. That's two for free, my friends. Two for free. And they have 30% off on some of those lightsabers. Mine just happens to be 30% off. So I guarantee you my purchase is coming soon. They have two types. They got the cosplay and the combat. Cosplay's for show, combat's for attacking people.
And you got the
the
combat ones,
lightsabers
right,
so they can
James?
defend themselves.
You got the combat ones, right?
Yeah, I'm getting the combat one. Hell yeah. What, are you kidding me? As clumsy as I am? I want that thing to go all the way through and I don't want it to break. I am your father.
I will tell you what, though. This series is the absolute best for SWA to be sponsoring because they fit right in.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Let's play the clip. Man, coming off a spooky season, and I was kind of lost because there are Thanksgiving movies that are out there, and I want to save that for that week.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
There you go.
Hey!
That's those are not pillows. But to come off a spooky week, and I kind of laid it out to the world. And Lord Ryan Rich said, let's talk Harry Potter because it's got spooky, but it's got holiday themes in it, Christmas and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what, Rich? Bada bing, bada boom. The movie fairy has spoken, and he or she or they have said, let there be Harry Potter. So let's kick it off first. A little intro. So let's do some introductions and then we'll kind of get into the swing of things. My name is James. I am a filmmaker. I have been for over 20 years. I have worked in vast different departments except for hair and makeup, but I have done special effects. But I am a camera operator and a Steadicam operator. So if you're looking for one, this guy right here, multitudes of experience. But most of the time, I'm editing. I edit films. I edit TV shows. I'm editing an episode right now. I'm just having fun, and I'm just living like my best freaking life. Pleased to meet you. What about you down below? We're kind of going around a circle.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Joe. I'm back after a couple week hiatus. I didn't don't do the horror thing, but you know what? When Rich said we're doing Harry Potter, I was like, yo, I was first one to raise my hand. I'm here. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Spent this whole week. I watched all 8 movies.
Yeah.
Everything's top of the dome, baby. Let's go.
There you go. Yeah. What about that guy over there in the corner?
Hey, folks, my name is Rich. I have been a production assistant for a pay-per-view company. I have done security work for several different things, and I am an overall cinephile and complete nerd, which gives me 1,000,000% cred to be on tonight's show. And yes, it is I, Rich, who suggested the one and only Harry Potter.
Hey, Rich, give me a 2 sweet, baby, for being a fellow nerd.
2 sweet. But you know what? Harry Potter is the perfect encapsulation between spooky season and between Christmas because you get both in every movie. And that's why I thought that there's no better time than the month of November, starting
Yeah.
out right off fresh a spooky season,
Yep.
to cover J.K. Rowling's
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
There you go. What about you?
And now this girl up next above me. Let's hear your name, girl.
I'm Kimmy. I am new to getting caught up in all the film stuff, and the boys said, "You want in?" I said, "Seen almost all of them. I am 30 minutes to finishing."
So she has not seen the ultimate climax of the whole Harry Potter series.
Ooh, man.
Yeah. Joe was filming in a bit about it,
Okay.
but
I mean,
yeah.
we're going to have to go full spoiler. I mean,
Oh, I
it's,
know. I'm going to learn about it tonight, but
2 words, Neville Longbottom.
yeah, dude's a straight up fucking stallion.
Dude, I
is
love
that
it.
important to the end? Is
Absolutely.
He
Okay.
does play a vital role. I love his character arc through this whole series.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Absolutely. And we will talk about that.
Yeah. Well,
best character in the whole movie? Definitely Ron Weasley.
I mean, you can't really deny the fact that
I can.
the Holy
Terrible, and I hate
Trinity.
him.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity.
I'm going to hate him.
Oh,
how can you hate Ron Weasley?
I'll tell you
can't.
why. Over
Why?
the course of 8 movies.
So obviously, we're talking about. I mean, we're talking about Harry Potter. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're talking about Harry Potter. I know we talked about rankings, but I said, you know what? Ranking it and having to give one specific film as the worst all the way to the best is unjust. Unjust. So what
I
we're
don't
going to
disagree.
do is we're going to just talk about it film by film by film by film. So we're going to go through all 8 movies, the two-parter from book 7. We're just going to talk about it. Now, if it is your favorite Harry Potter movie, then you should lead off with that. If it's your least favorite out of all of them, say that as well. Because I mean, have opinions, because this franchise is not untouchable at all. Because to this day, Warner Brothers still insists that Harry Potter's franchise lost money.
There's no way. How?
So here's some inside dirt. And it's probably taboo that I'm saying this, but you know what? I'm 53. I'm definitely nearing the age where me working on a film set or, shucking and jiving with a 400-pound Steadicam vest and camera, days are over. I like editing. I like being a colorist. But the problem with Hollywood is Hollywood has its own accounting and its own math. What the reality is that they will attach movies that have a modest budget. When I say modest, I mean 45, 55, maybe $60 million, right? They'll attach those films as on another production company, because when you watch a movie, you see like 15 different production companies that produce this film. Those are all loss leads. Most likely, if a film loses money, the tops, anyway, so not to get off track, but what they do is they attach these to bigger tent poles that they know are going to generate money, but they can write that production company off as a loss and they can claim it again on insurance. And they're allowed to do this. So what happens is Warner Brothers did not have a pretty slate for a lot of those movies that came out. They had really nothing major beyond Harry Potter. That was their tentpole. And if you aren't doing well, not only in America, but also worldwide, and you're not getting at least 3 to 10 times the budget, then that's a problem. And they can't afford to take that hit because insurance won't pay on it. But insurance will pay on those rinky dinky $20 million movies. So
we're talking a lot of money shenanigans, is what that sounds like.
yeah, it's if you ever want to, there's an interesting story that you can find on the interwebs, and in it, there's a story about Paramount and Coming to America. And if you Google Coming to America budget, the first thing you're going to see is the actual film budget that what Paramount used to finance Coming to America. The problem was is they stole that idea, not only word for word, not only did they cast the exact actors that the writer cast in the script, and Paramount told him when he sued, the movie lost money. You can't get anything from us. So he took him to court, and for some reason, a judge, I guess he got an itchy asshole. I don't know, but that motherfucker seriously said, "You know what? I want to see that too."
Okay, can I ask you a question real quick about this? I know this isn't what we're here to talk about, but
That's
we're
true.
talking
That's
about
true.
Warner Brothers and all that.
Yeah.
So them attaching different stuff to like cover up for losses, is that akin to like how DC made like Batgirl and they just completely shelved it and wrote it off?
Mm,
Is it
yeah.
basically the same thing? Okay.
Yeah.
That was a $20 million write-off for
Yeah.
Warner Brothers. They completed the whole thing, had Michael Keaton as Batman, along with her name was Leslie something. She was a woman who was supposed to portray Batgirl, and they had the entire thing finished. And it was during the pandemic, and they realized that their movies were tanking, and so it would be better to take the $20 million write-off
Yeah.
than ever release the film. It's
Yeah.
the same thing with Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
It was only made in order to keep the rights with the studio.
They
That's
shelled it.
a
I
discussion
mean,
for another day.
yeah, if you want
Is
to
it
hear,
like things you should know?
if you really want to get down and dirty, back in the day when I was an assistant at the studios, and I won't say which one, but the reality is that there is IP out there for obscure shit just because they want to have that, because one, they can develop it and use it as a loss, or two, that genre is really hot right now and they know they can make it dirt cheap, and it's usually horror. It's going to get dirt cheap and they're going to make millions.
That's why Blumhouse has done so well.
Yes. So, but that's, you know what, that would be a really cool episode. Just talk about the film industry. I don't want to dish dirt, but just talking about my life on set, my set life is,
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode.
That's
yeah,
a
that's
talking
a whole 2 hour
shit.
episode.
It's more like
All different shit.
it's a let's interview James episode, is what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Q&A. Q&A episode.
I did the Q&A for a movie that I was the cinematographer on because the director had stage fright. The producers were foreign and did not speak English very well. They were both from Italy. So I was the only one that was there that consistently worked on set every day because I was the DP. And so I said, well, yeah, sure. So I did a Q&A. They asked me questions. And if I didn't know, I'd be like, hey, I didn't direct, which is not true because the reality is that the DP is really your director.
Quit using acronyms I don't know, JFB.
Director of
photography.
Yeah,
Okay.
director of photography or cinematographer. So, but yeah. So, anyways, let's talk Harry Potter because your DPs are amazing on this, and we'll get into that. But I want to start with the first one. I want to start with the Sorcerer's Stone. And the reason why I want to start with that is because
It's the first one.
it's the first one. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know why I had a
Let's
big brain
start
fart. I'm like,
Astute
estimating.
oh
analysis
wait,
from
it's number
Rich.
one.
I'm sorry, I had to, JB.
I will say this. I'm going to shower it with a lot of love after I make this statement. It is my least favorite of the Harry Potter movies. I think it's the weakest. I think it's Christopher Columbus. If you watch Chris Columbus's stuff, like meet Harry and the Hendersons, like he's a
Home Alone.
yeah, Home Alone. No, Home Alone. Yeah.
Home
Oh yeah, you're right. Chris
Alone.
Columbus, Home Alone. That's right. Home Alone
Yes.
2.
JFB, I love you, but I know my shit.
I know you do. I'm sorry. I don't know why I questioned you. I feel like a or beating
I'm
up.
not as adept as you are. I will 1,000,000% say that, but I have a good basis of knowledge.
Yeah. So, but in reality, when you really look at things, the first book out of the series of books is the weakest of the books. It's the
Mhm.
smallest.
Yep.
It's the quickest to read. It gets you hooked. It gets you hooked. You start getting invested because you meet the Holy Trinity. You meet Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione
Granger.
Hermione Granger
Yeah. So you have the Holy
and
Trinity
Neville Longbottom
and Neville Longbottom and Albus Dumbledore,
and Draco Malfoy.
Draco.
Snape. You start meeting the characters that start mattering the most.
Hagrid.
And
Oh,
then
him.
and the thing is that you're introduced to the antagonist pretty much right off the bat.
You just don't know it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's an age appropriate film, and I'll say, because again, it's Chris Columbus. You got to remember that when these movies came out, a lot of the Potter kids that were 7, 8, 9 are now 13, 12, 13, 14. So they're right around the same age as the characters in the movie. And you'll notice how things change in the direction the franchise takes, because it does take a dark turn.
You can see them grow, and I really like that through the whole thing, though. Like
Yeah.
the films aged with them. It got. I'll say it because I'm a chicken when it comes to stuff. There were some parts in this that scared me.
Yeah.
Not the first one, but throughout the series, there was some scary shit.
Yeah. And
I was
and
like-
that's the thing when you're dealing with the first movie, it's an amazing introduction to the characters you are going to grow up with. You're going to form emotional connections, the same connections you did when you read the book. That's what this first movie served. It's a good movie. It's really fun to watch because you get that introduction to the world, not just to Harry Potter.
I
the
watched the
world.
movie before I read the book.
Yeah. I read the books before I saw the movies. In fact, I didn't go to the movie to see them until the first one came out on DVD and the second one was out. Then I rented it and watched it.
Ironically, I
yeah.
read most of the books before the movies,
Yeah.
but I got to Order of the Phoenix, and that book was so slow and so dry I couldn't fit.
Yeah.
I never completed it.
Yeah.
I will tell
I got
you.
hooked on the
I
first
am
movie. I fell in love with the movie, and then my best friend's mom went and got me the series. She's like, "Here, now read," which was good for me because, like, I suffer from dyslexia, so
Yeah.
it took me a long time to read the books, but it had me hooked on something that I wanted to know more about.
I can tell you, I have never seen or never read a Harry Potter book in my entire life.
Yeah.
So we have the whole gamut of experiences.
And that's what makes this show so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
And
when you have a fan base that is a mix like this, it's always nice to see different perspectives.
Yeah. So let's talk about the first movie. Joe, talk about the Sorcerer's Stone.
So this isn't my least favorite movie, and
Yeah.
it's because it's the first one. It gets a little leeway with me because it's new and it's introducing and it's laying the groundwork.
Yeah.
It does like I think honestly my favorite thing out of this whole movie is the live action chess battle towards
yeah.
the end of the
God,
movie.
yeah.
I love that because I used to have a game where you would play chess and those pieces would come to life. It was just
Oh,
it took me
okay.
literally it took me right back to my childhood playing it and I loved it. Yeah, and but it sets the ground of what each main character's job is. You learn really quick that Hermione is the brains of this operation.
Yeah.
And Harry is the main character with all the plot armor and then you have kind of the third wheel, but obviously not Rich, but I definitely feel for him
Yeah.
because he's not the cool one or any of this. Like he has a hard time finding where he fits, even though he's the best friend.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's I've watched it so many times. I love the movie.
Yeah. What about you, Rich?
So this is also not my least favorite Harry Potter movie, and for a lot of the reasons that Joe talked about. This is the first. Like you're setting up the story, you're
Yeah.
setting the world. So to me, that goes a long way. I am famously not a Ron Weasley fan,
Yeah.
but in this movie, his character of Ron Weasley works because he's kind of like the audience's best friend.
Yeah.
Because obviously Harry is our view into this world,
Mhm.
but his best friend Ron going through it the first time, but having a magical family, knowing what everything is about, gives us that inside access.
Yeah. I
So
think
for that, Ron's character in the first movie is very important.
yeah. I think
Um,
the problem I think the issue with Ron Weasley is that I, I don't consider any of them a lead. Like I get it's called Harry Potter, but the reality is that it's Harry Potter's story, and I get it.
yeah,
But you know who's attached to Harry Potter almost all the time?
his friends.
His two best friends.
Hermione and
Yeah.
You know what I just realized? I think what Ron Weasley's character is he's a middle child, and he
Yeah.
very much is the stereotypical middle child of
Yeah.
an
But
American
he's not
family.
even a middle child. He's the second to lowest child.
Yeah.
I don't.
I consider him like
I get that.
Your words.
I get that. I get that. To me, it's more about them being poor than him being a middle child.
yeah.
It's about the fact that they're purebloods, but they don't make money like the Malfoys.
Yeah.
To me, it's more about his station within the class of wizards than it is anything else.
Absolutely.
So to me, that's why Ron, like I said, is a good sidekick for us into this first movie because he is just as low as Harry is,
Yeah.
but Harry's famous.
yes.
Yeah.
Harry goes into Leaky Cauldron for the first time, and Quirrell is there, everyone's there, and they're
Yeah.
talking about, oh, it's glad to see you. Like everyone knows Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So in that respect, Ron is the audience's proxy
Yeah.
in order to see what's going on. So in that respect, I really like Ron in the first movie.
Yeah.
And I really like how they set the stage for everything that's going to go on. Like, but even still, my favorite is how much I hate his family.
Wow.
Not Ron's, Harry's.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ron.
Harry.
Like, that's hard.
I thought you were talking about the
Because from
Weasleys.
the
I'm
very
like,
beginning,
damn, dude.
from the very beginning.
Are you talking about the Dursleys or how
Yes,
you
the
say
Yeah.
Dursleys. Yes,
Yeah.
I just wanna
absolutely.
make sure
His aunt and
we're-
uncle, yes, and his cousin. That is the thing that sticks out for me from the first movie the most is how much I despise and loathe these fucking muggles.
Yeah.
100%.
They do such a great job of making me want to see them get punched in the face.
Yes.
Especially his cousin.
Yeah, that little piece of shit.
You think they're on MJF's level?
No, no, but they're close.
Sorry, I had to throw a wrestling theme
Oh.
in. For those who don't know, for those who don't watch the show religiously, and shame,
Shame,
shame.
shame.
But regardless, yeah, even if you watch it, I totally lost my train of thought. Sorry.
It was
I
about
could.
MJF.
We were talking about
Oh
wrestling.
yeah, we're a wrestling. This is a
We're
wrestling
a wrestling
network,
podcast, guys.
and we just happen that this is an offshoot. So this is an offshoot of AFW films. So
This is us taking over the world.
yes, Jimmy, talk about the first movie.
The best part for me, well, I think it's when they first walk into the like in the cafeteria, and or the dining hall, sorry, and you see the grandness of it. Like even rewatching it now, I still get goosebumps, and I'm like, why did I not get to go to Hogwarts?
Mm-hmm.
And the anticipation of the Sorting Hat. Do you know how many quizzes I took growing up to find out which house I was going to be in?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Hufflepuff. We all know that.
I know.
So now that she has brought up the opening scene of Hogwarts, I didn't talk about it, but I want to bring up like Dumbledore to me is the epitome of what I think a Grand Wizard is. Like when I hear a Grand Wizard,
Not the KKK kind.
Yeah, the
yes,
good
not
kind.
the KKK Grand
Yeah,
Wizard,
let's use
I
another
just
word.
wanted to make that
let's use
very
the word.
clear and distinct.
a
for
wizard
our
headmaster. Let's
Yes.
go there.
Okay.
When I
These
think of
wizards.
when I think of a headmaster at a wizard and witch school, like I think of Albus Dumbledore.
Yeah.
But I think the favorite thing is like just the command presence that he has. Like when he wants he gets that deep ass voice.
Oh, he can command a room.
Yeah, like it gives me shivers because I'm a Marine and I can respect a deep voice that gets loud.
Yeah, you can.
Sorry, Kimmy, I didn't mean to cut you off. You can
No,
go
you're
back.
making me laugh. But yeah, it's and the boats and everything. Like as I was young, well, not young, but young enough that it made. And how many times I said Oculus Reparo? I'm not going to get it right now.
Oculus Reparis.
Yeah, and Diagon Alley so many times.
Diagon Alley.
This is me saying it, Rich, not you.
I know, I'm just saying it correctly. I apologize.
So I'm going to come out of the chimney sideways too.
And 3 blocks down.
Right?
You got flu
Nowhere
powder?
I need to go.
How'd you get flu powder in the first movie?
It was, and for me, I think it was one of my favorites just because it is so much more family friendly.
Yeah.
And
It just
it's
had,
well
like-
known that Kimmy does not like scary things.
No, Kimmy does not like scary things.
She
And
doesn't.
so I'd watch it again and I'd watch it again. I'm waiting. My niece just turned 12 and her parents kind of don't let her watch stuff yet.
Yeah.
But I tried to get her to watch the first one on Halloween with me, but she's still not there yet because she's never like watched stuff. But she did know. She's like, "Oh, my friends talk about Harry Potter." I'm like, and I can't wait to watch it with you.
And that's how you know it's a great thing when today's kids who are 12-year-old are talking about Harry Potter.
Like, and that's the thing is like, it's so, it's magical. You can say it over and over. It is. It's magical.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's transcendent, I believe.
I will say this. Nothing against Michael Gambon, who played Dumbledore for the majority of the movies, but Sir Richard Harris is by and far
Brought
the
it to
best.
another level.
Yeah. I mean, this is a Shakespearean trained actor.
Yeah.
Just like
It's like having Christopher Lee in there.
well, and Alan Rickman is
Yeah. Oh, Alan Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman is also a classically trained Shakespearean actor.
Rest in power, Alan.
You know,
I don't know actors' names, so that's the hard part for me.
That's
Yeah,
Severus
Snape.
Snape.
Snape, yeah, Snape is the guy who plays
Oh.
Snape is a classically trained actor, and the guy who played Dumbledore in the first two movies before he passed away.
And he played Metatron in Dogma.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Another movie I know nothing about.
Oh man, We're gonna come up with a list for you. It's gonna be about 400 pages. But
Probably.
just take it off one at a time. It's okay. So 365 days out of the year. I mean, that's if you get through a page a day, you'll be fine.
A page, one movie a day. I'll tell the husband. Listen, the boy said I got to watch one movie a day.
Yeah.
It's
Off the
homework.
list.
Yeah.
It's homework.
Homework.
I mean, like I did about 10 years ago. I did the AFI, the American Film Institute.
Top 100.
I did their top 100.
Yeah.
I watched one movie a day for 100 days straight, and then wrote had a blog, and I wrote a review about it. So,
Hell yeah.
That's probably movies I would watch, though.
We got to bring. I think we'd be remiss if we don't bring up one more thing before we move to the next movie,
yeah.
and that's Draco Malfoy.
Oh,
How fitting it is that he's a Slytherin, and I just want to punch him in his slithery little face.
I've never wanted to slap a kid so hard in my life.
Oh God. I mean, I'm gonna just say this, kind of a hot take, but I don't like Hermione in this at all.
What?
I don't like her at
In the
all. I
first
think
movie?
Like know-it-all.
she's
She bit of a know-it-all, but that's
oh
her
no,
character.
she's more than a bit of a know-it-all. She's a effing walking encyclopedia of shit no one asked her about.
She's the Sheldon of Harry Potter.
No. She's deeper. Sheldon.
She's more because Sheldon only knows about like one thing.
Yeah,
And that's
Sheldon
just
is
being-
2.5.
That's not true.
Yeah, he's 2.5 dimensions. He's not 3-dimensional. Even with marrying Amy and yada yada yada.
No, when I say he's only one thing, is like he is literally just book smart. He is not street smart.
Oh,
He's
that's
not
true.
social.
I will agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Yeah.
100%.
So we're going to move on to the third because we get sidetracked often.
No.
We haven't even
but
talked-
you mean the
second.
third.
Second
We're
one.
not even into the second.
See, I'm lost already.
My God.
It's all right, Kimmy. We got you.
All right.
Wheel it in.
Here we go. Second movie, also directed by Christopher Columbus, is Chamber of Secrets. Again, it's
Can I
Christopher.
tell you the line of the movie?
The what?
Can I tell you the line of the movie?
Sure.
Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could read. And guess what? That was an improvised line.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead, JP. Just wanted to throw that out there.
I mean, I've watched a couple of movies with him in it. He's a good actor. I mean, he plays a sniveling heel.
He was really good on The Flash, too.
That's what I'm saying. I hated him on The Flash.
I didn't even know he was on The Flash.
Yeah.
I
He
stopped watching
was
after
one
the
season.
third
It was like
season.
season 6
Yeah,
or
I
7.
stopped
I
watching
think, yeah.
after 3. It's the same bullshit over and over. It's just like Arrow. I stopped watching after season.
We could
3.
have a nice
I
long
get that.
discussion about the Arrow.
The Arrowverse still deserves its own episode, for sure.
I will be nowhere near that nerd party.
I mean that. Yeah, I
And that's
mean
fine. We can continue on. We don't have to dwell upon that.
that's all right. I might give Arrow another shot. I don't know. I gotta.
Arrow's really good, actually.
You know what? I
all the way through.
just binged watch Arrow again on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm
Love you
binging
guys.
Daredevil right now, so because I love me Daredevil. That's him
Oh,
and Spider-Man. Him and Spider-Man are my only two.
the Marvel and Netflix shows in general are super good.
Yes, but
Kimmy looks lost.
yeah.
I know. I'll, in my head, I'm like, I love you guys because it's like a squirrel.
Squirrel!
Yeah, like, oh, somebody say
All right, yeah,
Thank
let's
you.
get back on track. All right, so Christopher Columbus directs this. This is not my second least favorite. It does rank a little higher, like not by much, but I mean, it's schmaltzy, cute, but you're realizing too that these kids are a little grown up. Like like they're in like 11, 12, 13 area right now. So Christopher Columbus tried his best to give you a preview of preteen angst, and I think you fell flat.
Oh, you can feel it, I think.
No, no, not like you could in any of the other movies. When you gave the reins to an actual, I'm not going to say a real director, but when you give the reins to somebody who can deal with, because that's really hard, tough times. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I know I wasn't a peach. I know I was anything but a peach when it came to dealing with my parents over my friends and yada, yada, yada. I fought independence. I snuck out of the house. I had all kinds of shenanigans because I just,
Because it was the 80s.
yeah. I mean, you're dealing with like
In the
300,000
60s.
times the hormones, but
Yeah, but like he's from the Goonies generation. These are kids who went exploring and their kids didn't know shit.
yeah,
Like that's I mean, JFB has a couple of years on me, but and Kimster and I were both born in 81. So like we're very much of that generation of the let them go
Yeah,
and
come home
what
when the
if
street
they
lights
come
come
back?
on.
Like my mom when I was in middle school locked the door. She said you're not allowed to come in
yeah,
for 8 hours.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
summertime,
she was
yes,
a
it was go
stay-at-home
out.
mom.
yeah.
Street lights came on, then I had to come home.
Get your
And I had
ass
to
home.
do
No, it was
within
you
the
get your ass
whistle.
home before the streetlights came on.
The
Yeah.
whistle. We had to, and you
Better be
had to
home
be
by the
within the whistle
time the
zone.
street lights were on.
All like for
If dad whistled and we were out of earshot,
yeah.
You're in trouble.
then
Somebody
we're in trouble.
yeah. Anybody, I mean, if my mom whistled and I wasn't within earshot, someone came running to let me know that my mom whistled. That's how
Oh,
bad
And
yeah.
there
it
was a switch
was.
coming if you didn't get there quick.
Yeah. But
My
let's get
dad
back
chasing me down in the boat car. Those are bad times. But we digress again.
to but yeah, I mean, you're starting to see the kids growing up to be teenagers. Rich, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, thank you. This is my least favorite movie.
Okay.
I give grace to the first one because it's setting up the world. But once again, this is kind of a kiddish movie. And by the time you get to the third movie, there's such a tonal shift that it
Yeah.
feels like this movie is out of sorts and out of place
Yeah.
because of everything else that's going to go on. Like I
Yeah.
said, I give a pass to the first one because it's building the story. You're getting the lore. You're learning all the characters. But the second one was just to me.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, but it was not to the level of everything else.
Absolutely.
Now, question: is this not the one where where Harry saves Jenny?
Yes.
So that is kind of important to the whole story in the big picture of things. And they had the big creepy snake and stuff. That was kind of scary.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was good parts that way, but yes, I do agree with Rich. It was more of a not as great not as great for me as the first one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there weren't good parts about it. It just, if you look at it compared to the other 7 movies,
Yeah.
like it was the weakest of them because you're still in transition and you're not getting to the real tone of your series. When you
Yeah.
hit Prisoner of Azkaban, that's when you get the tone.
Yeah.
That's when things tonally shift. And when you
Yeah.
really get the crux of this whole story. So, like, I can appreciate the second movie just as much as I appreciate the first, but it's not the same as the rest of the movies, and I think that's what holds it back.
Yeah. I mean, the reality is that it's a decent precursor to what is coming. Because the reality is that your antagonist is not really there. He's out and about in a weakened state or on the back of some guy's poor head. So
Yeah, because
he's
this is
not
where you learn about Tom
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 Riddle.
Riddle. Yeah.
Tom Riddle, right?
Yeah, because he
So-
has his diary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, what are your thoughts on
I am with
Number
Rich
two?
on this one. This is my least favorite movie of the series.
Yeah.
And not because it's meh. I go one step further. It's forgettable, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I completely forgot about the basilisk at the end. Now, I will admit, there are some important things that happen in this movie. Like the setting up of the Horcruxes before we know what the
What a Horcrux is.
Absolutely the biggest thing that happens in this movie.
Yep.
But
See,
then
I don't even know what that is. I've forgotten that.
but then we get Ginny, which ultimately makes every other love interest that Harry has very insufferable throughout this whole series.
Yeah. Totally.
But yeah, like it's like isn't this the one where they go and meet all the spiders too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I thought. No, they drive in that one.
Yeah, they drive in the second one. This is absolutely the second movie.
Yeah,
where
it's the
they drive.
second one. Second one, they go in and they're trying to find out because of the kids are getting petrified.
Yeah.
And they're following the spiders, and it leads them to the queen spider, the one that Hagrid.
Oh yeah.
when
Okay.
they thought
Now I
that
know.
he was in the Chamber of Secrets the first time,
Yeah.
See,
and
And
they
this is
thought
why-
it was all Hagrid.
Yeah.
and this is
Okay.
why I say 2 is forgettable. Because Kimmy couldn't even remember. I had a question,
I thought it was in the third one.
and I literally just watched the movie a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So did I, and that's one of the things that really scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, I hated that spider scene.
The only thing the only thing I
Oh.
remember, the only thing that I truly remember from Chamber of Secrets is that, the Horcruxes and the fact that, you're realizing that Voldemort is coming. This is your first time where you truly feel like, something bad is getting ready to come. Kimmy, what are your thoughts?
Well, I didn't know it was the one with the spiders. I thought that was the next one, and I just finished watching these.
Yeah.
But so that was bad for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's bits and pieces, like I said, that I remember about it, and I just watched it, but it wasn't that nothing really grabbed me except for when he's stabbing the tooth into the diary to kill him off. And like I said, that's where we learn about Voldemort coming and all that stuff. But other than that, it was slow. But if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and the reality
Yeah.
is too is that it's the second book is the second weakest book in that series. It's not very thick. It's bigger than the first one, but not by much.
Yeah, but
And Jenny in the book is described quite differently than in the movie.
Yeah, here's the thing. I learned a long, long, long time ago that if you want to enjoy movies based off of books, don't go in expecting it to be like the book.
Yeah.
Now, there are exceptions to the rule, Fight Club being one of them. I read the book several years before the movie came out. It was as faithful as you could get it. But, The Godfather, I read the book. The two movies, Godfather 1 and Godfather 2, are pretty similar to the book.
Never seen them.
Oh my! Put that on the list.
Yeah, that's on the list.
That's like number one on the list.
You know what? I'll tell you. I'll tell you the movie I thought was most faithful to the book.
Yeah.
White Fang.
The Outsiders.
Outsiders was
That's
exactly
good.
like the
That's
book.
good.
Yeah.
But to me, White Fang was that movie.
Yeah.
Never
No,
seen.
you're right. Yeah.
You never seen White Fang
I have.
with
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking Picture.
Is that about a wolf, right?
I'll be honest, I've never seen White Fang either, so
Oh.
Oh, my age is showing.
Oh wait, you said White Fang? I thought you said White Fang.
No, White Fang.
Nah, I seen
We're
White
not talking about the Triple X version.
Fang. I seen that too.
White Fang.
oh,
I love you guys.
Uh,
Let's move on to number 3. It is The Prisoners of Azkaban. Here's the deal. You get a tonal shift in the books
yep.
and in the movies. My favorite
especially in
book,
the movies.
yeah, my favorite book of the entire series is Prisoners of Azkaban because you get to meet, played by Gary Oldman, Sirius Black.
He's one of my favorite characters in the whole thing.
You get mention of Bellatrix Lestrange. You start fully understanding the gravity of which sits upon the chest, shoulders, and head like an 800-pound gorilla on Harry Potter. Because Voldemort is here. And while he may not be as powerful as he will be later, he is the antagonist.
He's been
And he's
drinking
got
that
people-
unicorn blood.
And he's got people.
He's got an army.
He's got an army. This is directed
Malfoy.
directed,
Malfoy.
this is directed by Alfonso Cuarón. He does a lot of foreign films, but he did the movie Gravity with Sandra Bullock.
I've seen that.
And he won an Oscar for it. So yeah, but he's also won Oscars for other films too. So, but this is his first English Oscar that he won. The man is a pure and utter genius when it comes to knowing how to direct and using negative space like there is no tomorrow. You can use shadow to create depth, or you can use shadow to create doubt. And that's what you get with this movie. The shadow, it's shot like a noir. It's shot like it was.
That's what I had my hand up. I think this is why this is probably one of your favorites because this is where it took that almost adult turn.
Yep.
Like it became darker. It became more. You're sitting on the edge of your seat, wondering what's going to happen.
Yep. This is my favorite film. It's my favorite book. It's my favorite film. I absolutely love and adore this movie. And I'll be honest with you, some of it has to do with who directed.
Yeah.
Because I think what he is able to paint on that screen, regardless of who that DP was, and I can't even recall who the director of photography was, but the reality is that there are directors who know how to use a shot, and he does an amazing job. Joe,
that's where I'm envious of you because you know about that sort of thing, and you like the film based on the camera work and stuff. Whereas I'm just plotting what keeps me interested, but you know the stuff.
Really?
There's a video on YouTube called oh shit, now I totally forgot his name. Damn it.
Okay. Well, you can interrupt me when you think of it.
All right, go ahead. Go, Joe.
So, Prisoner of Azkaban is my second favorite movie of the whole series.
Wow.
And it's for all the reasons we've said. The tonal shift. This is the first movie where there is a visual difference to me in the kids aging up. And this movie, as you can tell, because it's not a Chris Columbus movie, the
Yep.
storytelling, the lore is thrown into overdrive, and I love it. You get so much thrown at you, but in a good way. This is the
Yeah.
first movie where you can tell there's stakes in this universe,
Yeah.
and it really gets you invested.
Yeah.
I
There's
love
a
Sirius Black.
yeah. Oh God.
And to the third one, I'm trying to think, is this with Lupin as well, where he's introduced?
Yes.
So yeah, him like the werewolf and the black wolf fight scene is awesome. And
It's
Dobby,
oh yeah.
Oh,
love Dobby.
Yeah.
my heart.
The
But
the,
I will
the
stop there. I will let our good friend Rich. I can see he has something he wants to say.
well let me get this out really quick. So if you go on YouTube and type in the visual style of Terrence Malick, it will pull up some of the most beautifully shot stuff you will ever see in your entire life. The reason why I became a cinematographer is because of Terrence Malick.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw I can't remember, it was his second film, and I saw it at a film festival and I left with tears in my eyes. It is so Days of Heaven is the name of the movie.
Oh.
And just watching it, I left with tears in my eyes. So that's the one of the that I consume Terrence Malick. His movies don't make a lot of sense. They're not a straight narrative. It goes all over the place. But that man can shoot a scene like there is no tomorrow. Stanley Kubrick's the same exact way. They have eyes. People, when you look at a photograph and you're like, wow, why can I never get one like that? It's because that person's got an eye for that shot, you know?
Amen.
I think I'm a good cinematographer, but some of the stuff that some of these people get is just amazing. So, Rich, let's talk about The Prisoners of Azkaban.
This is my favorite movie. It's my favorite because of the tonal shift.
Yeah,
Because you feel there's real stakes. I love the introduction of Remus Lupin as the defense of the dark arts teachers. I love the fact that Scabbers is Peter Pettigrew. I love the fact that they finally get the map. I
yeah,
solemnly swear I'm up to no good.
yep,
Like they get it from the twins, and I love it. It's the first time we see a time turner with Hermione. How is she getting to all these classes? How is she doing all this? It completely expands the lore of what you
yeah,
can do in this universe and what's really available to you in this universe. And then you get like the whole Hagrid and ah what's the eagle's name?
Oh, it's not Beaky.
It's
Bird,
something like
Yes.
that. Beakley.
Brickbeak.
Brickbeak, yes.
Yeah,
You get that whole storyline with Hagrid still loving the animal no matter what.
yeah,
And you get to see Draco Malfoy get punched in the face by Hermione Granger.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Once
get to
in
see
the
it
real
twice.
time and once in the
You get to
flashback.
see it
It's
twice.
really big celebration going on.
Yeah, not
And
once,
on top
but
of
twice.
this, and on top of this, you get to see Harry finally start to own his power.
Yeah,
Like when he sees the Patronus across the lake for the first time, he sees the sack and he's like, "That's my dad, dude. That's my dad." But then he realizes, "That's me, dude.
yeah,
I'm the one doing that." And he goes, "Expecto Patronum!" And all the Dementors who we get introduced to in this movie as well.
They're creepy
Talking
as
about
hell.
Azkaban, talking about everything, how Hogwarts is completely surrounded by Dementors, and then Harry just boop, gone, gone. Like this, this movie really made Harry a bigger part. It made Hermione a bigger part. It showed that she's not just the smartest person in the room, she's the smartest person in the whole goddamn place.
Yeah.
Like, and even Sirius is like, you are well matched beyond your years. Like, you get to see Gary Oldman, one of the craziest, best performances that he's ever had.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like a madman when you're
Yeah.
looking at those live newspapers.
Yeah.
And everyone talks about, like, he's the bad guy. But, and even still, when they get Peter Pettigrew there as Scabbers, and he's just like, let me kill him. Like, you think they're talking about Harry.
Yeah.
It's just a great, great show of acting all the way through.
I was going to say the best acting in
Let me
any of them to that point.
Let me pose this question to you, Rich.
Yeah.
Best Gary Oldman performance.
Ever?
Prisoners of Azkaban? Yeah, ever. Prisoners of Azkaban, Leon, or Dracula?
Dracula.
Okay.
Him as the old person with the big bonnets
Yeah.
going, that lives in my head rent free. And when anything I like happens, I go, just like Gary Oldman's freaking Dracula.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I love it.
For me, it's Leon. Because
of the body transformation?
Huh?
Because of the body transformation?
No, just because he chews the scenery every time he steps on camera.
Okay.
I mean, when he cracks the drug pill in his mouth and you get cracks his neck, he's like, "Whoa!" When he comes in, when separates the bees. I mean, maybe you should go get him. I mean, he just every scene he chooses, even when he dies, he chooses.
He eats it up, dude. He just chews that scene up.
I mean, I don't like Luc Besson because the guy's a pedophile. But yeah, I don't like him because he's a pedophile.
Well, yeah,
but holy shit,
he's a filmmaker, that's for sure.
Hell yeah,
he is a filmmaker, that's for sure.
Kimmy, what are your thoughts on The Prisoner of Azkaban?
Like I said, I think it's the one where it starts to turn darker. You can see it in the way it was filmed. I don't know the proper word for it.
Yeah. The cinematography.
That's a word that I'm probably never going to say properly. So it gets darker.
You can just say cinnamon and then photography.
Cinematography?
That's close enough.
Okay. So it's just, and this is for me, this is the first one where the kids aren't kids, if that makes sense.
Amen.
Yeah.
Like, you can see everything that they've gone through to this point has fucking changed them.
Yeah.
Well, Hermione doesn't look like a little girl anymore.
No.
And
she looks like a teen.
Like, she got this hoodie and everything. She looks like a legit teenager.
It feels like at this movie is where the legitimate characters start out aging their characters they're playing.
Yes. Yeah. I totally get that. Yeah. And then, like, Sirius, as soon as I saw him, I was like, he's not a bad guy. Like, I knew that he wasn't going to be a bad guy. They made him out to be so horrible. Like, you're supposed to fear him. But,
he is the scapegoat of this universe.
Yeah, but I'm like, there's no way. No way. And then finding it out, I'm like, I knew it. Like, I was losing it.
Love it.
The thing for me, and the reason why I just absolutely love this film is because you're also taking on side stories, particularly with the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
Because now you're getting into the politics of the world of Harry Potter, ones that Harry is not involved with directly until Sirius Black is introduced, and he realizes that Sirius Black is not a murderer. And realizes that the Ministry of Magic has an agenda, and they do.
Like, this movie blew up the Harry Potter world like tenfold.
Oh, it did. It
It
took
got
it
the parents
from
hooked. I'll tell you that. It definitely
yeah,
got the parents more involved at this point.
it turned from it turned from our solar system into the Andromeda galaxy. Like that's how much you were exposed to. And to be honest with you, I watched it the first time in the theater and I loved it, but there's a lot to digest because you got to figure out who's on whose side. And so I went back the next day. I told work to go fuck off. I said I was sick. And I went to go watch it again for a second time. The last time I did that was before that, and that was Pulp Fiction, which I saw 3 times in one day.
It also it's one that it's I think probably after the first one for me, my favorite because the more you watch it,
Yeah.
the better it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You will
Absolutely.
excuse me, boys. I'm gonna go grab ice because my drink is empty.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
That is like watching all 8 movies this week.
Yeah.
Like they age really well in my opinion.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well,
It's not like we was watching maybe the first 2 are a little
the
Yeah.
CGI is bad in the first two.
Yeah.
But I mean like story wise, continuity, like
Yep.
it's still a good watch now as it
Mhm.
was back then.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. I think we should move on to movie number 4.
Goblet of Fire.
This is the Goblet of Fire. Um, Joe, why don't you go right ahead, man? Jump into it. Goblet of Fire.
This is my favorite movie of the whole
Yeah.
series. I loved this movie because this movie to me signifies Harry becoming a man, basically in the wizarding world.
Yes.
He's put into the Triwizard Cup tournament where you're only supposed to be 17. So him being put in there tells you that the movie wants you to think that he's older and he's more mature and he's more important of a person. I loved the tournament because it really rounds out Harry's character. You can see him becoming the protagonist we all know he can be. He's sitting here diving underwater, choosing to save everybody instead of winning a tournament.
Yep.
And then the most important thing, this is the first movie where we legitimately see Lord Voldemort and we get the showdown.
Yep.
That gives me goosebumps when I think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Rich?
This was one of my least favorite movies.
Oh,
Really?
It
Okay.
was. It was. I enjoy the Triwizard Tournament. I like the introduction of other wizard schools. It like really expands the lore. But Ron Weasley is such a little bitch. The
Yes,
entire movie.
he
The
is so
entire movie. He's such a little bitch.
he is so
Yeah.
butthurt.
He is so butthurt. Like, dude, you come from a poor family. You should be used to not being the center of attention.
Yeah.
you're such an ass, Rich.
Sirius buys him a new Nimbus 2005. Now you gotta act like a little bitch, Ron. Just because, like, ask Hermione out.
Yeah.
Don't let Crumb take her. You
Okay.
dumb idiot.
No, I'm not gonna fight
Dumb
with you again.
idiot. Like, get the F out of here, dude. It's of the darker movies, it's the least of the darker movies. It's the least of them. It just is. Like, I like Crumb. I like Lady Delacour. Like, I like that Henry sacrifices himself. He has to learn how to do things. He gets help from who? From who? The hero of the entire story, Neville Longbottom, with
Yeah.
the gilly weed.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that, folks.
Well, he's a herbalist.
He is
should
an
know
herbalist.
that. Yeah.
And you know what?
Lots of people in BC are herbalists.
And guess what? Cedric Diggory is a little bitch. I said it.
Okay.
Joe, I don't know if you can hear him. You missed it. He was very fired up. Very fired up.
Dude, he plays all he was a pretty boy. That's all he was.
I know. and he's a
Well,
lady.
he is a very pretty guy. It is Robert Pattinson.
Yes,
From
I was going to say
Twilight.
this is the guy from Twilight's movie.
Yeah, he went from this to
Exactly.
Twilight.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's why he got Twilight.
yeah. So yeah, he's from Twilight. He's also the Batman in the movie The Batman,
Which was really good.
which was really good.
Never
He
seen
played
it.
an
But
amazing.
I'm gonna
Bruce
tell
Wayne.
you right now, like this was the weaker of all of the dark movies by far.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like this one too, though.
Well, talk about it, Kimmy.
I really like this one. It was Harry finally got to show people that he isn't just a little wizard guy. He's
He's a
willing
little
to,
wizard man.
He's more than just a name.
yes,
He's more than just the lore.
yeah, more than just Harry Potter. He's doing his thing, and
No, he's James Potter's son.
it was powerful in so many areas for me. Just watching him, like it's not even more come of age. It's almost like becoming a young man, like knowing that he has the power and seeing it in himself. I do agree with Rich, and I hate saying that,
Ah!
but Ron is a little bit whiny in
And
the
it
situ-
doesn't change for the rest of the series.
I can understand the jealousy. It's not so much the whiny bitchiness, it's that he's jealous. Because they've always kind of been like low hanging fruit, although Harry was Harry, they were low hanging fruit in popularity at the school.
Yeah.
Ron because he's a Weasley, and Harry because he was the chosen one, and everybody was like, yeah, fuck him.
See, but that's the problem. He's not jealous of Harry because he's better than him. I mean, he is jealous because he's better than him, not because he's a low level like pure blood.
But that's what it's. I think that's how he felt. Like when he's basically he's like, really, you had to go and do this. Like you have to show everybody that you're better than me.
Yeah. He's Harry Potter.
And it's
He's
not
the one who survived the Varda Kedavra.
It's not even the Harry Potter jealousy. It's any guy that gets within 10 feet of Hermione jealousy that gets really
It's
old.
all the way
as a
around
girl-
jealousy. It's
As a girl, I'm gonna look.
anything.
I'm gonna look all of you men and ask you a question.
Yes.
At that age,
Yes.
if you were a nerdy redheaded sidekick and you
As
had
I
the
was.
hot for a hottie, would you just go up and ask her out, or would you be concerned about A, wrecking the friendship, and B, what if the feelings aren't mutual?
Kimmy, I'll answer that for you. A, I never go to the dance.
Well, at what, 13 years old they are in this movie? 13, 14? I knew my place. So
See, that's
I
a
didn't go to a school dance until I was a senior in high school, and it was my prom.
So, like, Rich, you're like, oh, just ask her out already. It's nerves. You have to think about it that way too.
No, I don't.
I wouldn't
They're
have done it.
wizards.
could have wrote it better.
They're wizards. If they don't have self-esteem at this point, there's no helping them.
There was no helping Ron. We've been over this. We
James-
talked about it for like
James here raised
45
his hand.
minutes.
He wants to take
We
control.
did. We did talk about it for 45 minutes, and I told you how you were wrong.
I love Goblet of Fire. It's my second favorite movie of all time.
Oh,
Of not all time of the series.
Of the series, yes.
I was going to say, whoa.
It's got a different director. It's Mike Newell. For those who don't know, Mike Newell directed Donnie Brasco. He also directed Four Weddings and a Funeral.
That's a good
He's
movie.
a very dry,
Accomplished director.
yeah, very dry British director, and is appropriate for the
Guy
next
Ritchie
few films
style.
he directs because he directs the next couple after this. But yeah, I mean, I love the Triwizard Tournament. I love that Harry Potter got into it. I felt angst when Cedric Diggory died. I realized how important Neville Longbottom was going to be because he saved Harry Potter's life by giving him the gift
Again,
again. Um, there's a lot of things that really worked for this. It is a little long in tooth. I think it's about 15 to 20 minutes too long. But that's just me. I like movies. If you're gonna go and stretch into two and a half,
2.5 hour. Yeah.
yeah,
Really?
then
It was that long?
Yeah.
to get some
I
meat on the
actually
bone.
didn't notice it was that long because
Yeah,
it was good.
yeah. But get some meat on the bone because there's some of it is just missing. So, but yeah, I mean, I
I
again, it's
think
my
the only
second.
reason why it was so long, JFB, is because they had the whole Time Turner storyline.
Yes,
So you basically had to show two scenes the exact same way, but from different vantage points. So I
yes,
think that's what caused the extra 10 to 15 minutes in runtime that maybe you're not comfortable with.
yeah.
I say, you know what is my biggest complaint about this movie?
What's that?
I love David Tennant. I wish we could have had more of him in this movie.
Amen.
So the
I don't know
reason
who
why
that is.
he played the guy at the Ministry of Magic when they had him in the chair.
Okay.
Oh, not the Ministry of Magic, when they thought he was.
He was impersonating Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah, he was impersonating Mad Eye
Okay.
Moody.
Okay.
The polyjuice.
The biggest reason why is because he was still under contract with BBC for Doctor Who, and unfortunately, it would have conflicted. This is the reason why we did get him, because he does have a prominent role in the books.
Yes.
He's got a pretty big role in the books. So, but yeah, I mean, I have very little hate and a whole lot of love for this movie. So let's go to number 5, and that is The Order of the Phoenix. Again, directed by Mike Newell. I'm just gonna say it, like, this is my second least favorite book, and it is my second least favorite of the movies. The emo ramp up. I get it; they're teenagers, and you're dealing with teenage angst. But I think the problem is you have like a 45-year-old director who doesn't know kids, trying to direct kids into how it should be angsty.
We're
I
going to
haven't
do
seen
this
that
like
much.
it was the 70s.
I mean, all I gotta say is this: if that thing was any more emo, I wanted to come over and cut my grass. I said it. Joe, what are your thoughts on the Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah, this was okay. It's not something I would write home about. I think what my biggest problem, like what I don't like about this movie, is we start the movie out with a bang. They're all dressing like Harry. They're all taking off, and the Dementors are there. So someone tipped off everything that's going on.
Yeah,
But there's no stakes from this. No one dies. Well,
yeah,
one person does. But
Yeah.
there was so much damage done to everybody. There was no real stakes. It kind of took me out of this part of the story.
yeah,
And like I said, this is the book I couldn't finish. It
yeah,
was such a dry book, in my opinion, that
yeah,
it was hard to like. And I feel like for some reason, like the movie dryness, the book, it transferred right to the movie.
yeah.
It's just kind of hard to get through.
It is.
It
It's a
wasn't much
chore.
happening. I was like,
It's a chore. It's a chore to get through that book. It's a chore to get through that movie.
if any movie needed the TLDR Cliff Notes version, it's this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Rich, what are your thoughts on the Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah, it's my second least favorite movie of the entire thing, and it goes a lot to what Joe was saying. Like, you could have done so much more coming off the tonal shift
Yeah,
of the movie before, and it just seems like this movie almost doesn't matter.
yeah,
Like,
There it
you're trying to find the Order of the Phoenix, but the whole time it's like their entire families. Like, you find out about Neville Longbottom's family and
Yep.
how his parents got killed by Voldemort. And like, it just seems like that could have been covered in the movie previous, and this was just a long setup movie,
Yep.
and I don't think it needed to be that at the time.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it, but not as much as I wanted to.
Yeah. No, totally. What do you think, Kim?
I don't like lying to you guys, and I just recently watched it. And I haven't watched it in years, but this is the one that I kind of napped through.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was curled up on my couch. I was like, okay, I've got this. And then it dragged a bit, and then I blinked, and there was credits.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's nothing of like
It didn't keep my attention enough to keep me awake.
it just
Yeah.
it's like Rich said. Like if this movie is never made, it doesn't affect anything at all.
But I did look up like what happened, and there wasn't much because I felt bad not knowing. But
Yeah.
and my husband stayed awake for it, and he's like, I was like, well, what happened? I'm like, who died? What happened? Like,
Harry
all
goes
questions.
on a bus.
And he's like, babe, not much happened.
I found
Yeah.
myself scrolling Facebook a lot during this one.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I watched it in parts because it's a chore to get through.
Yeah,
Because
this is
you're
one
just
that I
like,
paused.
when
halfway
is it
through.
going to start picking up? And it just doesn't. It just stalls. Like
Just
it's like
a big stinker.
Dude,
it is. It's
This
and
movie
it's disappointing.
literally. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Well,
cut you off.
it's disappointing because the reality is that you have consequences are coming, and yeah, they
Exactly.
get battered and bruised. But you're right. Somebody should have fallen on the sword for Harry because that's the whole point. At this point, is the sacrifices that this group of people
Because
have
he's the
to
only
make.
one that can take out Voldemort.
Exactly.
So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Sirius in this whole movie is trying to keep him safe and everything, but like, he's the only one. Like, everyone else is just like,
Everyone is.
magic, blah 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 blah.
Everyone else is literally expendable.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when you are, and this is how, I mean, if you really want to be honest about it, this is how a cult works. You have one person that's considered to be the chosen one, the decided one, the one that was claimed to be touched by God, whatever. And you get a group of people who buy into it. And you can go one of two ways. You can go Harry Potter way, where you rally the troops and you defeat evil, or you become evil, like Voldemort, who runs a cult.
What's funny is like everyone's in the cult except for Harry Potter because he
Except
wants
for Harry
nothing to
Potter.
do with it.
Wait, is this the one too? Now I'm thinking back like years. Is this the one where you find out like Snape was more into
Yes.
Harry's mom than we knew about?
No.
This is where you find
That's
out
Half-Blood Prince.
he's in with Voldemort.
He is completely in league with Voldemort at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go to number 6. The Half-Blood Prince. This is directed by David Yates. David Yates is an indie filmmaker.
A very David Yates movie.
Yes. A very much.
If you know David Yates,
yes,
you know this is a David Yates movie.
If you want to watch a really good movie of his, Sex Traffic is probably one of his best before.
That's number 1 on my list, JP.
Yeah. It's a great freaking film, and it's shot indie guerrilla style, and he brought that same look.
What's the frame rate on that?
On the which one?
The one you're talking about. Is it like 8x16?
16:9, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, Sex Traffic is a great movie. If you get a chance, go see it.
I got like a baseball glove on a spring to catch the stuff that goes over my head when you two talk.
That's what we're here for, Kimster.
Yeah, Joe, talk about the Half-Blood Prince.
this is like this rivals being close to my second favorite movie.
Yeah.
I think it's really honestly like to me like they could have ended the series with Half Blood Prince
Yeah.
and I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
Like like this one gets me so invested in Snape. Like this is almost a Snape movie more than a Harry
It is
Potter
the same
movie.
movie.
It is. Yes.
Well, he's the Half Blood Prince.
Yeah, like it's just,
The movie
That
is
blew my
literally
mind, by
named
the way.
for him.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's Harry Potter and the Half Blood Prince.
Yeah.
But yeah, like but once again, we still have bitch ass Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
Like he ain't going nowhere. Like I just like this one. I watched this movie last night again, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to stop watching this movie. That's how
Yeah.
much I liked it.
Yeah.
It is such the pacing and everything is a million times better
Yeah.
than Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah. He David Yates. I think the problem is that because the movie didn't really do as well as the other installments, that's why Mike Newell lost that job, and they went to David Yates
Which
because
is the
it
right
has
call.
to be dirty. It's got to be gritty. Because now you're getting into kind of like a crime spy thriller with Harry Potter. Because these are adults. I don't
I
care
didn't
what
realize there were so many different directors through
Yeah.
all of the films.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Rich.
tell by the
That
quality of the
you
film.
can see the difference in it now that like I mean I don't watch credits, so
Yeah.
now learning you can see the difference in the growth.
Yeah. Rich, why don't you spill some syrup?
Oh, I mean, this movie was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. You get, we're talking about, give me the movie, guys.
Half Blood Prince.
Half Blood Prince. This was so fun because you get this. This is a Snape movie. You get to find out what's going on. You still get Ron Weasley being a little bitch the entire time. They're trying
Yeah.
to find Horcruxes. And let me talk about the most insufferable character in all of Harry Potter Lordom. Dolores fucking Umbridge.
I
Yeah.
didn't even bring her up. I hate her.
How can you not bring her up in this movie?
Is that the annoying girl with the stupid voice?
The pink outfit from the Ministry of Magic who
Yeah.
takes over.
Oh, that heifer. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that like literally brands Harry as he's in detention.
That
Yeah.
was so crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you that person in this movie is the most in this movie. Like, you kind of get Bellatrix Lestrange, you get other things, but Dolores Umbridge is the complete villain of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
1,000,000%. And so her performance is outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wanna stab her in the face.
Yeah.
Like with anything. Pencil, knife, pine cone, it doesn't matter.
You
I
know why
want to stab her in the
why I
face.
hate her so much? Her introduction felt like we rewind 5 years and went back to the beginning of school.
Yeah.
And I hated that because I was like, I don't want this. I want the lore and the action. Like, and it was perfect. She played it to a T.
Yeah. What do you think, Kim?
And even still, she was in the beginning of the movie when Harry was there after he tried to take off the Dementors and everything else. And she's like, well, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, bitch, I'll smack you in the face.
Yeah.
You understand? Like,
Yep.
I'm about it and rowdy. Okay? I come from No Limit.
This,
Don't
this,
come for me, Dolores Umbridge.
this
This
was
movie was so fun. I loved it. Sorry,
It
Kim.
I'm gonna start calling you
All
Master R.
yeah, it was good. It was great. I did, like the chick in the pink. Now that you said it, I was like, okay. Yeah, she's crazy. I did like. I hope she had died. I don't think she did. When they carried her off, the horse people.
She's
Yeah.
an Azkaban.
Yeah, I was like, okay, she's dead. I'm happy. It's over. And then like,
Is this
and
the
this
first time we see Luna Lovegood?
Yes.
is this also, if I'm not wrong, is this the one where Snape is training Harry to keep Voldemort out of his brain? Correct.
More
Yes.
like manipulating Harry.
Yeah.
Yes, in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when he gets into Snape's brain and he sees what he's seeing,
Yeah.
I was like, shit, he got picked on. And I felt bad for Snape.
And you felt like Harry's dad was an
Was a
asshole.
bit of a dick. Yeah. I was like, shit.
James Potter's a fucking bully.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm like, oh, like, that's the stuff that gets me where I'm like going back and I'm like,
James Potter is the Draco Malfoy of this story.
Yeah.
oh God, it hurts to say that. But like, and then like, well, going up, like learning later other stuff that had happened, I was like, shit. Oh, like this was a hard one for me. Just watching the flashbacks in the brain of what he went through and when all the mind stuff that was hard to watch.
Yeah. It's a heavy movie. It really truly is, because now the gravity of the situation is on Harry Potter. He realizes that he's got a 50-50 shot of dying. 50-50 shot of dying when he faces Lord Voldemort. I love this movie because it also centralized on Snape. Snape's my favorite character. Snape, Sirius Black, and I always love a bad girl, so Bellatrix Lestrange.
That's the weird. Isn't she related to? No, she's not on the tree, right?
Yeah, she's on the tree. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's on the black tree. Yeah.
Okay.
To me, like, if I ever, and I don't know if I ever will, but if I ever decide to get into the dating game again, by God, I'm going to say you have to be a little bit like Bellatrix Lestrange, because I just love good crazy. Like, good crazy is fantastic. Bad crazy, not so much.
She's not good crazy, bro. She's crazy crazy.
I know, I have a weakness for that. I got weakness for damaged goods, I guess. Anyways, let's get back on track. I really love this movie. It's a heavy movie. Not heavy in terms of trying to watch it. It's heavy. Like, you feel weighed down after watching this. You're hunched over. You're just kind of like, your shoulders are hunched over. You're just like, fuck. It doesn't end on a good note. It ends. It's the Empire Strikes Back of Harry Potter. It ends on the
never seen Star Wars. Don't know.
Yeah, it ends on the sourest of notes. And now we go into book 7, which they didn't split into 2 volumes, but by God, Warner Brothers wanted to squeeze out as much as they could, so they split the movies into 2.
Well, you kind of had to. It would have been way too. They would have lost too much doing it into one movie, I think.
I got a solution for that, but it is directed by David Yates. It is part 1 of 2. And a pretty dense book. I'm an avid reader. When I say avid, I mean I blow through about 2 books a month. Like, I love reading, and I read 1 fiction and 1 nonfiction, and I just read. I consume. And for me, this was a book that took me almost an entire month just to read.
The book is like this thick.
Yeah, it's.
I was going to say, to me, it was about this big.
Yeah,
that's like a fact.
You can kill someone with that book if you really wanted to. You could take a good swing.
Or make a bodybuilder friggin' tear it in half like a phone book.
Yeah,
What's so great about these books is if you just laid them out, it's literally just steps.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it really
Absolutely,
is.
100%. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say my comments for it last. Let's go with Joe. Joe, what are your thoughts on part one?
Well, James, are we? Oh yeah, okay, we're going part one. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So, part one, like the beginning, it felt like I was watching some Lord of the Rings.
yeah,
You have them going on this epic journey trek to find stuff. You see the three of them walking over hills, and it felt like Samwise Gamgee's and what's his name with the ring
yeah.
walking to Mordor.
Frodo.
Yeah, Frodo. Thank you.
Ooh, you forgot that. That's
Yeah.
nerd no.
It's also like 10 o'clock at night, and I've been up for forever. Gotta
Okay.
remember daylight saving time screwed me all up.
If you really want to know the truth, I don't like those movies at all.
No,
Period.
okay.
I've seen them twice. Once regular, one extended. If I want to fall asleep, I put on Lord of the Rings and I'm out like a light. It's a movie. It's a trilogy about walking.
Yeah, I know.
Everything walks. The trees even frickin' walk.
Honest, when the first time I watched the trilogy, and I
Yeah.
watched them back to back to back in a row when I was in Iraq. That was the first time I ever watched them, and they were the extended cuts, so it was like 12 hours of movies.
Yeah.
My God,
4
boy,
hours apiece, dude.
You are a glutton for punishment. That's for
I had
damn
nothing
sure.
to do over there. I fucking sat in the desert.
Thank you for your service.
You know what? I was a glorified gas attendant.
Yeah.
I managed a 20,000 bag of fuel, and I gave vehicles gas when they needed it.
Yeah,
That
you
was
But
did.
there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't do that. So, like I said, thank you for your service.
And
Thank
you know what? I would like it if you filled up my tank.
Well, it was jet fuel that we were using, so
I'll take it.
Hey, he fills up my passion bucket every single time I'm on the air with him.
Yeah.
I've told you guys not to say stupid shit while I'm taking a sip because stuff will come out my nose.
Good.
that's the
That's
goal.
called primetime television.
All right,
But- I just got one more thing to say. There's a lot, but I think to me, like book 7.1 and 7.2,
yeah,
they're almost standalone. It just feels like a completely different universe almost compared
It
to
totally is.
yeah. What do you think, Rich?
Well, I like this because you get the introduction of the Resurrection Stone,
Yeah,
which finally completes your Deathly Hallows. You get the story of the Deathly Hallows. You get, if you can do all these things, you are the master of death.
yeah,
Like, for that alone, and Harry trying to find the Horcruxes, like trying to defeat Voldemort, and we could do it through this, and still, Ron Weasley's a little bitch. He's a little bitch more than half the story. That's why he's the worst character in all of Harry Potter.
yeah. Okay.
He's a little bitch.
All right. Kimmy.
Little bitch.
Thank you, Rich. You made me lose my train of thought.
Little bitch.
Over. You go first. Now I'm lost.
You talking to me?
Yes.
All right. So before we get started, I want to. Tiff had a question. What is your opinion on the character Maggie Smith played? I really like her and everything else. I mean, let's be honest. Professor McGonagall is by and far the best professor. Talk about cool when shit's not cool. That's Maggie Smith's character. She
That's
is
Maggie
a
Smith.
badass.
She takes care of everybody, dude.
Yes, she does.
She is not just Hogwarts' mom. She's a badass witch.
How did it take so long for us to talk about her?
I guess because she's important, but not like she is like the ultimate background character. where she's there to like twist the knobs, but the spotlight's never on her. But I will say, Professor McGonagall is someone I would sit down and have a spot of tea with.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
would love to do that.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I don't.
boys, I gotta go. My husband is coming home from work. He's walking in the door. The dogs are gonna go nuts.
Okay.
Okay. Good night, guys.
All right. Good night. For me, this is not a good film. And the reason why is because the ending is so abrupt and so off-putting. It's incomplete. And I get it. I had the same problem with the Hunger Games when they split the series at the end.
Mm-hmm.
The first one did not do very well. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
And
it's
in
hard
fact,
to it's hard to split something that's meant to be one continuous story into two where there's like no natural break for it.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. And that's the problem with that film. It gets chugging, and it's like going on a roller coaster. You go all the way up to the very tippity top, and then it stops, and then they tell you to get the hell off.
No,
then when you
the
ask for a
problem.
refund,
No, the problem is Warner Brothers wanted to make $2 billion movies
yes,
when it should have been $1 billion story.
I would have preferred, in all honesty, if they took bits and parts of the first movie, threw it into the second movie, made it 2.5 hours, and you know what? Too bad. But on an extended cut, but I would rather them not be faithful to the book as much and try to get as much stuff as they could in. I would have even been okay with 3 hours. You know, like do
Especially
it
at
the
that
old,
time when it came out.
yeah,
Is
do it
this
the old-fashioned way.
is this the first instance where you have movie studios like making two movies out of one? Because okay, I just can't, I don't know how to
I
have my
don't think so.
like it feels like here recently it's been really prominent because like you said we had this
Well, Dune was
Songbirds
one of
of
the most prevalent of
Fire.
that.
They did it with Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah,
Well, I think that was all. That was always originally going to be two movies. It was going to be Infinity War 1 and Infinity War 2
yeah,
before they changed it to Endgame. So I don't think that really counts. But, like, if you talk about Dune, like with Timothy Chalamet, like, it's the same thing. They're stretching out content in order to make more movies
yeah,
when it could have been done in one.
yeah. I understand doing Dune in 2. I get it because it's
I
such a
get that
dense
too.
book.
Yeah, it's a meaty thing, but like in a lot of these movies, or even in the Matrix movies,
Yeah,
it went a little long just for the sake of going a little long.
yeah,
That's what the only thing I'm trying to say.
yeah,
And I love the Matrix movies more than anyone else on this planet.
yeah. When you split movies in 2, you have to find a fulcrum that you can pivot on between the first and the second movie, and it
Yep.
wasn't. It was like that. The
Or
first
even
movie
the second and the third. I think the second into the third is more important.
yes, absolutely. All right, let's go into 7.2. Deathly Hollows Part 2, directed by David Yates. Um, Matt Solins is the writer. He's been the writer on all 8 of the movies. So shout out to him. He gets
That's
a lot of
big
hate.
task.
Yeah, he gets a lot of hate from hardcore Potter fans who are like, "Why couldn't you be faithful to the book?"
No, now that you brought that up, can we have this conversation?
Sure.
I don't understand hardcore fans' issues with it's not exactly like the comics. It's not like the you've already read the comics, you've already read the book.
Yeah.
Why do you want the same exact story? Like I don't understand.
Okay.
Like I don't think I would enjoy a movie like all my Marvel movies. I don't read the comics because, good lord, there's fucking 50 continuities.
Yeah.
I don't think I would enjoy these movies nearly as much if I read the comics, especially these people who complain about costumes and all of that.
Well,
I
JFB,
mean,
I would like to counteract that point.
yeah, go right ahead and I'll add my 2 cents.
And that's the exact opposite. Fans should be rewarded. They should know all of these things. Everything should connect. Like, everyone should know what's going to happen if you're adapting a comic book story. Everyone wants to see that on the big screen. They want to see the X-Men and the Avengers and the Inhumans fighting Thanos or fighting whoever else. They want to see Superman. They want to see Batman fighting the Anti-Monitor or Darkseid. Like, you need that. You need the interconnectedness of it. You need to draw upon the story for that. I think that true fans want to see things, their favorite stories, adapted faithfully on the screen. So that way, it's a payoff for the people who've been reading the comics for 25 years. And if you can bring audiences in with a little bit of razzle dazzle that are casuals, even better. But I think that if you faithfully adapt a comic, it should be as close as it could be to the original, because these people have been paying for it for decades and they want to finally see it on the screen, because just now in the last 10 years has CGI caught up with what comic books have been doing for the last 90 years.
Yeah.
And that's my take.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
That's
mean,
why we have this show.
yeah. I mean, for me, like, it's about the experience. And I think that's the reason why is that a lot of people grew up on Potter, and so they want it to be as close to the source material as possible because they want to have that second experience. I see it in my head when I'm reading the books, and now I can see it on the screen. I think that's the reason why a lot of people get really pissy about. I think that's the reason why a lot of people get pissy and get really offended when Hollywood screws it up, you know. But like, for example, like I read at a very young age Bret Easton Ellis's book, American Psycho. It was a monumental book in my life. It hit me at the right time in the right place. And when I went to go see the movie, I left a little miffed because while it is as close as you can possibly get, there were a couple of things that were in the book that were not in the film. That's when you 100% realize that it's a business. And yeah, you can't churn out a 6-hour superhero movie. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't. And you know, it's about revenue. It's, you know, and if you put a 3-hour movie out on a screen, you can show it maybe 3 times if you're lucky. If you do like an 11, a 3, and a 7, you're lucky. And that's the thing. You want to maximize as much as you can on the screen.
Also, ain't nobody going to the movie theater for a 3-hour movie in today's day and age.
I did.
I know you. I'm talking about in the general. You
Yeah.
are
The
not.
normies.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I mean, like, perfect example is One Battle After Another. You know, Paul Thomas Anderson's movie clocks in right at 3 hours after all your credits and everything. And the reality is that it did not feel like 3 hours. It
Those
was
are
such an
those
engaging
are the best movies when you get a
Yeah.
long movie that doesn't feel long.
Yeah. It's a great movie. And to me, Leonardo DiCaprio should be nominated because I thought he was brilliant in it. Brilliant in it. 7.2. You know, I think we should just freely talk about this. You get you start getting major deaths. Snape dies. Then Harry dies. And you find out that Snape actually wasn't a bad guy. That he was working with Dumbledore the entire time.
How dare you stood where he stood?
Yeah. And you get the death of Harry Potter, and you realize that any amount of hope, and especially if you didn't read the book, any hope that you had is gone. Because the chosen one is dead. Lord Voldemort has the Elder Wand. And you don't know that he's not the true owner of the Elder Wand. But people are dying left and right. And in a state where Harry Potter is no longer alive and then comes back, and we get that final showdown, and Neville Longbottom is really the chosen one because he's the one who kills Nagini.
Nahini,
Nagini. He kills the snake,
the last Horcrux,
with
the
the
last
sword.
Horcrux.
with the sword of Gryffindor,
Yes.
who only appears to those who are pure of heart
Yep.
and when they need it.
Yep. And he needed
As
it.
brought back as a callback to
Yep.
the first movie.
Yep.
Yeah. So I will say I did not read this book. So I went into these movies very blind.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of ashamed to say I didn't see Harry being a Horcrux coming.
Yeah.
Even though it makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. But I will say that Snape dying got me in the feel so much.
I cried.
Especially knowing that all along he was protecting the son of his one true love.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is there's something about that just oh god, it got me all kinds of sad, but like it made me feel like it feel vindicated because like throughout the series is like I want to like this guy, but he's such an asshole.
Yeah.
But it turns out there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
And it's such a great reveal.
Yeah. It is probably one of the probably one of the few movie deaths that really makes me cry every time I watch it. You just, like when Snape dies and you really find out that he was always good of heart. He always had Harry's interest in it. Like that gets you like every single time that he was willing to dedicate his own life to protect the son of the woman that he truly loved. That shit's deep. What do you think, Rich?
Man, you want to talk about an emotional payoff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget the scene where Snape comes in after he just kills Lily and he just holds her there
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Like, if that doesn't stick with you,
Yeah.
you don't have a heart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. To find out that he's been Harry's outside of Sirius,
Yeah.
his biggest supporter,
Yeah.
is a total game changer because you always see Snape as this intermediary between Hogwarts and the Death Riders.
Yeah.
He's always that in between guy that you never know if he's okay. Yeah, he saved Harry from Quirrell in the second movie with
Yeah.
a counter curse, but he's the head of Slytherin. He wants to complete Salazar Slytherin's like goal.
Yeah.
and he sees that in Voldemort. But then he sees that Voldemort's not the way there.
Yeah.
So even still, he has this internal struggle the entire set of the movies that you don't get to appreciate
Yep.
until right now.
Yep.
And that's the reason why the second part of this is the best movie in all of them,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
You finally get the showdown. You finally, once again, like I talked about at the very beginning with the first movie, Neville Longbottom.
Yeah.
He is, and we haven't talked about Nahini this entire time, even though she came across in the fourth movie.
Yeah.
And she is so close to Voldemort. Like they're tied at the hip. And then finally for the Sword of Gryffindor to appear to Neville, the most pure-hearted person in the entire thing. And
Yeah.
for Neville, the guy who is the most scared, whose parents has been killed by Voldemort. He has the most right outside of Harry for
Yeah.
being the most scared. But
Yeah.
he's the one that steps up. He is the one who says, I will not let Harry's death be in vain.
Yeah.
Like, to me, Neville Longbottom is the hero of the entire story, and this movie proves it.
Yeah.
Harry Potter is given all the natural gifts in the world, but Neville Longbottom is the one who makes the most of his talents outside of Hermione Granger.
Yeah.
Like when he steps up to Voldemort and makes that speech,
Yeah.
God, I was just like, yes, like that's.
I have goosebumps thinking about it right now.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about character development. Let's talk about what Michael Slows does with Longbottom. Because the reality is that you're naturally going to get character creation and character development with your main cast. But here's a kid who was a complete and utter fuck up his first year, but still managed to help out with them. He got awarded points for being brave.
He got for standing
movie.
up to Harry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The reason why
In the
Gryffindor
second
won
movie.
the cup.
Yep.
That's
I
the whole reason why Gryffindor won in the second movie.
Yeah.
I will say,
Neville Longbottom.
Yeah.
I feel like Neville goes on the adventure and the character arc that I would have wanted for Ron.
See, it was to me, Neville is the audience proxy.
Yeah.
He's the one who shows us a glimpse into this world from his perspective.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Throughout the entire thing. That's why he's such a central character. That's why he's a screw up in the first one and everything else. And then when you talk about like in the fourth movie, when they get to the where they're trying to train Voldemort, he's one of the main guys. He's one of the main guys in that secret passage teaching all the other people. Like Neville is the most underrated character in the entire series.
After struggling to be able to do all those charms and all those
Yes.
spells.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I mean, at the end of the day, like when you look at these movies, like name a franchise that you grew up on where the characters were your age as you were growing up. None. There's only one other thing that I can think of, and that's the movie Boyhood.
Oh.
Where you start with the kid at like 12, 13, and you follow this long movie.
And that was an Ethan Hawke movie.
And it was an Ethan Hawke movie.
Yep.
I have.
That's a great movie.
I have the playlist, the Black Album that he said would happen if the Beatles didn't break up. I have that playlist on my Apple Music. I love it.
So I have a question for you guys because this is a question that's been eating at me, and maybe I'm just too dense and I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Why does Voldemort go after Harry to begin with? Like, I don't know if I missed that in the books, if they address it and I don't remember it, but I don't ever remember finding out why Voldemort is attacking Harry and his mom.
Go for it.
It's simply because James and Lily Potter are going against Voldemort.
Yeah.
That's completely it. They were the Order of the Phoenix. They were the people who were trying, and he had already killed the Longbottoms.
Yeah.
At that point, and so he just went for the source. He found out they had a kid, and he was like, "They're done." And
he's the
then,
one that survived.
yeah, he is the one who survived the Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I know that the only person that's ever survived an encounter was. I just didn't know why he was going after him to go, but that makes complete sense.
It also goes back to the Order of Phoenix because they were the ones trying the Longbottoms, Sirius Black, the Potters. They were all trying to counteract him.
Yeah.
In this war.
Yep.
Outside of Hogwarts.
Man, I mean, I don't think that there's a franchise out there that even gets close to Harry Potter. Just the world building alone, the character development. I mean, the stories, the cinematography. I mean, it's a gorgeous franchise.
Outside of the MCU,
yeah,
I would say there. If you think about Harry Potter, you think of Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
like there's all of these characters have made you feel like Ron Weasley.
Yep.
Hermione Granger, like they are these people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they benefit from legitimately growing with the character.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't start off with like 15, 16-year-old kids who are playing younger and they just mass shot a bunch of movies. Like, it's a natural progression of age.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's a good stopping point. I want to talk about next week. Next week's going to be a lot of fun.
What is next week?
Wrestling movies.
No.
Yeah.
Is it movies about wrestling or just movies with wrestlers who are acting in it?
Wrestling movies. Just about wrestling. Documentaries count. Anything that has to do with wrestling. So yeah, no holds barred. So yeah, next week I'm sure Canada Dry. Aaron's going to want to be on.
I'm sure. Yeah, Aaron will be back.
Yeah,
he will.
But I want to do wrestling movies. So we'll probably Tuesday. I'll send out. Figure out who's going to be on, who's not.
Yeah, we will find out who's going to be on next week.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that would be another good list, is to do movies with wrestlers in it, but not necessarily wrestling movies.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. That'd be another.
They live with Roddy Piper.
Yep.
I'll tell you, the movie I want to talk about is The Longest Yard, the remake.
Yeah.
That's got like all of the wrestlers in it.
No, you know what? You're wrong, Joe. The movie with all the wrestlers is MacGruber, MVP, Chris Jericho, The Big Show. Like all of them are in this movie.
Yeah, it's because WWE financed it.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would put up The Longest Yard. It's got freaking Kevin Nash, Stone Cold, Goldberg, Great Khali.
More than that.
That's what he's ever done in his life, the Great Khali.
That's a fact.
Best work he's ever done in his entire career was in that movie, and he didn't say a damn word.
And that was his strength.
So that's what we're going to do next week. We're going to talk about wrestling movies, and I think the week after that, we're going to start kicking in towards Thanksgiving movies and stuff like
Christmas
that.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, I want to do Christmas movies, but I want to do subgenres of Christmas movies.
Oh, okay.
Because
I'm going to Christmas movies,
Christmas horror.
I am a huge fan of Christmas horror, but I'm also
Yep.
a huge fan of Hallmark movies. I don't know why. I get hooked on them.
Okay.
I've worked on
You
a
mean
couple.
wait? You mean Hallmark movies where it's 3 characters and 1 story in 85 different movies?
Yep.
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 We're gonna have Lacey Chabert
Yeah.
on the podcast.
It's
to talk
always
about all
it's either a big
these.
city guy or a big city girl meets a small
Oh.
town guy or a small town girl, falls in love, leaves the
Goes back
city.
home.
Jana
back home.
Kramer is gonna be on the show next week.
All right, guys, that's the end of the show. Next week we're going to do wrestling. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I love the fact that we can get on here and just talk about movies and just, don't have to rank every time. Wrestling
Kick back
movies, we
and
will.
have a good time.
Yeah, it's just sit back and just talk about how much you love Harry Potter. Like, that's what makes the world so great. So, until then, next week, we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel.
Same
Until
bat
then,
time, same bat channel.
we'll see you on the editing floor. See you on the cutting room floor.